Petr Yan recently fought Jose Aldo for the vacant bantamweight title and has impressed me very much, especially his deep knowledge of the basics. Let's take a look at his simple but very devastating approach to fighting. Coming up. Hi, my name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, where we help coaches, fighters and enthusiasts reach their full MMA potential. Today we're taking a look at Petr Yan and his devastating style of fighting. First and foremost, he's not just a boxer. Commentators have referred to him as the Russian boxer, and while he might have started out as one, he's now a complete MMA fighter. What caught my eye mostly was his very simple approach to fighting. He doesn't move too much, he's very economical with his movement and relies on his boxing experience to deliver devastating blows, often from the pocket. What worked many times against Jose Aldo was a simple jab-cross combo. This is the very first combination you learn in boxing, but what differentiates a master from a beginner is not only a number of techniques he knows, but also the application of the basics. It is the same thing in wrestling, where a 5-year-old kid learns the double leg, and you can also see Jordan Burroughs do it in the Olympic Games. It's the timing, setups and the economy of movement that make the difference. In the clinch, Yan made great use of the head position. He used his forehead to stifle any attacks Aldo might try. It is very difficult to do anything when your opponent is pushing you under the jaw with his forehead or with the horn, as I call it. While I did say his style was very simple, he also did some things that would not be considered basic, like switching stances for example. He ate a few strong low kicks from Jose Aldo and that made him switch, or he did it to confuse Aldo. I'm not completely sure why, but he fought from southpaw a lot of the fight. While it is not unusual for fighters to switch stances, most do it briefly to confuse the opponent, and not many of them can fight for an extended period of time in an opposite stance to their preferred one. Petr Yan can, and he was able to land from both stances. And look at the takedown defense. Aldo was able to get in deep with the double leg, but Yan did a handstand and escaped the takedown and ended up on top of Aldo. Very good. In the clinch, he attempted a very nice Sotogari, which is a Japanese judo term for a major outer rip. He nearly succeeded, but Aldo was able to escape because Yan stayed stationary when reaping, instead of gluing himself to Aldo when he turned away to avoid the takedown. Still, very impressive. Here is me executing a Sotogari in grappling and MMA. And the way he caught the leg and swept it, amazing. People usually sweep on the calf or hamstring. He did it on the thigh. Let's look at his ground and pound. He was able to completely dominate Aldo on the ground, who did not provide any meaningful resistance despite being a high-level black belt. Being hurt and tired absolutely played a role, but it was still very impressive. Yan's ground and pound was outstanding. First look at the punches from inside the open guard. He controlled Aldo's legs well and delivered punches from what I refer to as the sumo stance. After he passed into half guard, he trapped Aldo's arm by stepping over it, which is usually done from side control. I did the same thing in my last fight, but this position is not stable and it is much better to do that from side control. Nevertheless, Yan was able to punch Aldo from this position, making him turn and continued punishing him from a position that is between mount and back mount. The referee finally stopped the fight with Yan being in sprawl and hip position, raining down blows, and Aldo not being able to defend himself properly. The fight was very close most of the time, with Aldo having his moments too. It even seemed like he hurt Yan at one point, but he was able to fight through it and take home the victory. By the way, I teach all the positions and tactics used by Petr Yan on the ground and much more in my Total Ground and Pound instructional. If you're interested, check out the link in the description. If you like this video, like it and share it, and you can also subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to take your MMA training further, check out my instructionals. My name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, and I will see you again very soon.